The stone foundation seen here was once occupied by several farming families. For about 200 years, rural New England towns like Tolland, Connecticut, survived mainly on subsistence agriculture and trade with neighboring larger towns. The Stoppleworth farm, now a local conservation area of about 55 wooded acres, was once a sprawling 400-acre farm, which housed and fed a large portion of the community at the time. Today, the remains of that farm can be seen in fragments throughout the Tolland area, as well as what remains of the rural farming culture which was once vital to the people who lived here. Historically, farmland in Tolland was among the poorest in all of Connecticut. Families would struggle to get by raising cattle for beef, milk, butter, and hide. A couple of pigs and 6 to 10 chickens would produce meat and eggs for the family dinner table. Whatever land wasn't being used to raise livestock would be dedicated to growing vegetables, which could be preserved and stored for the winter. About 1/3 of the farm would remain wooded at any given time to provide timber for building, heating, and cooking. From its inception in 1715, Tolland was primarily an agricultural town. However, due to rapid technological advancement in both agriculture and transportation further west, the town was in decline by the 1820s. By the 1920s, Tolland's population was about half of what it had been in the previous century, and by 1950, full-time farming in Tolland had all but disappeared. The invention of the automobile provided employment opportunities in nearby commercial towns. And so, the modern era brought an end to farm life in Tolland. And this is the story of many small towns across southern New England. But what I find interesting about all of this is that Connecticut today retains a strong cultural affiliation with its colonial past. Harvest festivals, scarecrow contests, preserved patches of scenic farmland everywhere. We haven't given up on the idea of farming culturally, but economically, it remains unviable. Or does it? Well, there's no question that land prices and property taxes in Connecticut remain pretty brutal. And from the perspective of row crop farming, there's not a lot in the way of wide open plains which can be cultivated like we see in the Midwest. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't farm, does it? Think about the state of the world right now. Events going on in the Middle East, driving up oil prices, economic inflation on a massive scale. Consider for a moment all the wealth you have at your disposal right now. All the food you have in your pantry and your refrigerator. What would happen if you went to the store to buy groceries one day and all the shelves were completely empty? And how much money do we spend on food anyway? Wouldn't it be wise to invest in our food the same way we invest in stocks or any other long-term purchase? Why not invest in our food?